Namaste. This is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Jayoti Vidyapit Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on the module the chi-square test of homogeneity. This module is a part of the course Research Methodology and Biostatistics under the program of BPT 6th semester and B Optometry 6th semester of the university. And this part chi-square test of homogeneity is also an important part of the other courses of the university like MSc Nutrition Dietitian and Biotechnology and various other courses because this topic, this subject is very important for the purpose of the research purpose and for the students of UG and PG level. So this part, the part of the chi-square test of the chi-square test of the homogeneity, as all we know that this is a component part of the chi-square test. And what is chi-square test? Just we have already explained that in our previous lecture. The chi-square test is a kind of the test or to compare the two population tests, and just it will depend upon the chi-square distribution. While this chi-square test of homogeneity is a test of the just chi-square, and means it is a component of the chi-square, and it can be applied for the one categorical variable, and this is taken from the two populations, two or more populations. So just for two populations, that means one categorical variable will be used, and from the two populations. Then what is just chi-square test? The chi-square test is used to determine whether frequency counts are distributed uniformly, that means identically across the different populations or not. It means just we can apply this chi-square test of homogeneity for finding of whether the frequency counts are distributed uniformly or not for the different populations. Like we can understand it to one example. Suppose we are having the two different populations of males and females in a organization, and if we want to find their taste about the game or any sports, then both males and females may have the different opinions there about favorite game. So just chi-square test of homogeneity can just identify whether the two populations of male and females are differ or not for the taste of their favorite game. So this kind of test, chi-square test of homogeneity, is able to just explain that with one categorical variable from the two or more populations. And now we take some it's a mathematical concept and with example. So we are going to share some slides today. Initially, just chi-square test of homogeneity is defined there with example. This explains how to conduct a chi-square test of homogeneity, and which can be applied to a single categorical variable from two or more different populations. So for the one single categorical variable from the two or more different populations, this test can be applied, and it is used to determine whether frequency counts are distributed identically or not for the different populations. For example, in a survey of the TV viewing preferences, we might ask respondents to identify their favorite program. So we might ask the same question to the two different populations such as the males and females, and we could use a chi-square test for the homogeneity to determine whether the viewing preferences differ significantly from female viewing preferences. So just in this example we are given that about the TV programs, the favorite TV programs for the two different populations, for the male and for the female. So this kind of the chi-square test of homogeneity is able to determine whether the male and the female choices are different or not significantly. When to chi-square test of homogeneity use? So just this kind of the chi-square test of homogeneity should be used for the various conditions like for each population the sampling method is simple random sampling. So it means for this the sampling must be random. Next point, the variable under study is categorical. So the category for this test is applicable for the categorical variables. Next, if sample data are displayed in a contingency table, the expected frequency count for each cell of the table is at least 5. So it is important point. That means if sample data are displayed in a contingency table, all we know that about that contingency table in which the various attributes for the chi-square test can be written there, and if the sample data are displayed in this table, then the expected frequency counts for each cell of the table must be just greater than or equal to 5. And this approach consists of the 4 steps. So this can be divided into 4 steps. First, for the statement of hypothesis. Second, for the formulation and analysis plan of the hypothesis, and third, the analyze the sample data, and the last point is that for the interpretation of the result. Now in this chi-square test of homogeneity, how can we just apply the process? So first of all we have to make the state the hypothesis, that means the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. So every hypothesis test requires the analyst to state a null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, and the hypotheses are stated in such a way that they are mutually exclusive. So it means definitely both hypothesis, alternative and the null hypothesis should be mutually exclusive, and that is one of the, if one is true then second must be false, and if first is false then second must be true. Suppose that the data were sampled from the R population. So we are taking here R populations and data are just taken from these populations, and assume that the categorical variable had C levels. So just we are considering here C levels from the R populations. At any specified level of categorical variable, the null hypothesis states that each population has the same proportion of observations, and this one assumption is also taken that at any specified level of the categorical variable, the null hypothesis states that each population has the same proportion of observations. So like a table is given that and it can just explain what should be the H naught there. That is like H naught, it is P level 1 of POP that represents the population 1, and it means like P level 1 of POP 2, and then so on. In the same way, just we can explain, we can make this table for the C levels and from the R populations, and definitely the alternative hypothesis will be just against to that. And now second point of the process is to formulation and analysis of the plan. The analysis plan describes how to use the sample data to accept or reject the null hypothesis. So So now what is method of the hypothesis for acceptance or the rejection? Now we have to consider here, and for this we have to choose a level of significance that might be like 1% or the 5%, and any other just level of significance can be taken. The method used the chi-square test for homogeneity to determine whether observed sample frequencies differ significantly from the expected frequencies in the null hypothesis. And the chi-square test for homogeneity is described in the section. So what is the just objective? This test use the chi-square test for homogeneity to determine whether the observed frequencies are different from the expected frequency or not. That is our main motive for this applying this test. And next, analyze of the sample data. It is the third step of our process. So analysis of our sample data. In this test, just we have to find the p-value using sample data from the contingency table. Find the degree of freedom. So first we have to find the degree of freedom and expected frequency counts. Test statistic. So and the p-value associated for the test statistic. So next we have to find the p-value, because it will decide that our null hypothesis will be accepted or rejected. And now we will find degree of freedom, which is given by the formula of r minus 1 into c minus 1, and r is the number of populations and c is the number of labels. Next is the expected frequency counts, and the expected frequency counts can be given by like ER, C. ER, C is equal to NR into NC upon N. So this is the formula to find expected frequency, and where ERC is showing that the expected frequency count for the population are at level C, while NR is the total number of observations from the population R, and NC is the total number of observations at treatment level C of the sample. Now the test statistic, all we know that in the chi-square test, the test statistic is written by chi-square, and this chi-square is given by ORC minus ERC whole square, means observatory minus expected value whole square upon ERC in the summation. So this is the formula to find the chi-square value, and the value of P, which will decide for the acceptance or the rejection of the null hypothesis can be determined as the p-value is the probability of observing a sample statistic as extreme as the test statistic. Since the test statistic is a chi-square, use chi-square distribution calculator to assess the probability associated with the test statistic, and use the degree of freedom computed above. So it means just we can use also our calculator for the calculation of the p-value, and for the respective degree of freedom according to our problem we can find the p-value, and now it will be decided by the p-value. So it will come for the part of the interpretation of the result. If the sample findings are unlikely given the null hypothesis, the researcher rejects the null hypothesis. So it means the sample findings are unlikely, then the null hypothesis will be rejected, and typically this involves comparing the p-value to a significant level and rejecting the null hypothesis when the p-value is less than the significant level. So in this case means when the p-value is less than the significant level, then the null hypothesis will be rejected, otherwise it will be accepted. So this is the part of the test of the chi-square for the homogeneity, and it is a very important part because in this part just we can find whether the populations, whether the frequency counts are uniformly distributed or not for the different populations, and the students are advised to learn with this, to study this topic with concepts, and take some numerical problems for the practice and also apply this test for various kind of different problems and they learn this topic for also the competitive purposes. Thank you.